Hi everyone, I'm Maradona, your personal development coach, and today I'll be going through the schedule I'll be putting together for my business in 2019. As a solopreneur, it's very overwhelming when we have so much on our plates and we need to make sure that we're so careful with our time. I'm hoping that the way I structure my schedule could be useful for you, but if you have your own tips and tricks, I'll happily take those suggestions too. So without further ado, here goes. The first thing I do is evaluate all the different schedules I would have been using over the past year. I'd compare them and see which one I prefer. Over this year, I preferred the block method. That's where you put a block of specific work in a 2-hour, 3-hour, even a 5-hour gap. And then I'd use that block to work. By breaking it down into different categories, I know now what I have to work on at certain times. So I look through this for the previous year and see how I can put them into different boxes or categories for the following year. The next step would be to write down all the tasks that I typically have to do, such as my videos, my blog writing, some copywriting for emails, and even some courses. It's important to remember your clients or your colleagues and family. Scheduling time for these different people is also something to remember. For me, housework was a big component, seeing that I tend to cook quite regularly. Another important aspect for me was my mental health category. This is where I do journaling, yoga, and walking. Keeping fit helps me to stay alive and alert and to have a better day. I also include things such as gardening and my favorite hobbies. It's all important and it helps me to strive as the entrepreneur that I am and the coach that I strive to be. As I went on, I started to use colors to just segment different categories from each other, and then I prepared to place them in their different blocks. Step 3 included prioritizing and scheduling systematically. So first I cleared off my board, got rid of my 2018 items, but left some of those quotes that I liked, and prepared to write what I'll be doing daily, weekly, and monthly. Finally, it was time to bring Google Calendar into the mix. I used my calendar to add all the different tasks that I wanted to do. I tend to use this app because of the notifications I would get on my desktop and my phone, but I'd love to know what you use. The final step was just as important as the first one. It enabled me to map the different tasks that I needed to do for each component. Mapping through the final step would allow you to have a very good idea of how long each task would take and the type of resources you need for each task. This is a very important step, and if you skip it, you would really be losing out on a large component of putting together your schedule. Now, I hope that this video helped you in any possible way. And if you do have any questions, let me know. And if you do have suggestions, that would be even better. Let me know those too. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoyed the video that you saw and you'd like to see more, you can subscribe. Until next time, bye.